Let's talk about Demon's Souls easy mode and how it relates to Cyberpunk. So this has been a little brouhaha from time to time in the industry or in fandom, and I get it. People are like, should the game have an easy mode or not, right? And even Bluepoint, the guys who made the remake, came out and said, we seriously consider an easy mode, but we didn't think it was our place to put one in because it wasn't in the original. And I don't know if they reached out to Miyazaki and said, do you mind? Or if it it never got that far. But there clearly is no easy mode. A lot of people who are hardcore fans of Demon's Souls are happy. People who aren't fans or who don't want to play it because it's too hard are not happy. Now, as a guy who has recently, because the PlayStation 5's load speeds, learned to love Demon's Souls, I love it the way it is. And I want to just tell you a couple things, and then I'll tell you how it relates to Cyberpunk. I had a very special experience playing Demon's Souls that other people may not have. My experience playing Demon's Souls was playing it with you guys. So I've been playing it almost nonstop, and I've had you guys, hell, I had the goddamn president of Bluepoint Games come into the stream and go co-op and play it with me. So I have had people explaining things to me, and this is how this works, and this is how that works, and oh, if you get stuck in a wall, you can use this to work back to the next. I mean, shit that your average consumer is not going to know, okay? And over time, that help from you guys, that almost like virtual co-op play with you guys, has helped me fall in love with the game. I would have abandoned this game after probably 5 hours if I bought it and never played it online, okay? But now I'm with you, because the problem is if you put an easy mode in this game, it's not that it's easy, it's a bad game if it's an easy mode. Because without the anxiety, without the fear, without the careful choice making of what you level up, where you go next, how you approach certain enemies, without that part of your brain active, it's basically Golden Axe. I mean, if you imagine this game with an easy mode, it would be a really bad experience. Jedi Fallen Order does have an easy mode, and the normal mode of Fallen Order was based off of a Demon's Souls style game, down to the fact that the first big boss you encounter, you can't kill. He kills you right away, just like in Demon's Souls. But that game has platforming, that game has force powers, that game has puzzles, that game has much more exploration, that when you set it to easy, which I did, and it basically ends up being like Final Fight Plus in terms of difficulty, you got all these other things to do the heavy lifting of engaging your brain. The bigger picture becomes gamers' response to this issue, which is Demon's Souls should not have an easy mode because that's not what the game is. Just like maybe Death Stranding should not have fast travel, or at least more, faster than they have it with motorcycles and such, because that defeats the essence of what the game's core is. I can go, okay, it may not be the world's most commercial decision necessarily, but not everything has to be giant popcorn fun. Some things are designed to be, and hopefully budgeted to be, built for a select audience that will be passionate about it and love it. All I'm saying, though, is you don't get to have that opinion. I mean, you get to, but you're a hypocrite. You don't get to have that opinion, but then support Cyberpunk coming out with a nudity toggle. Cyberpunk comes out and they say they want to have nudity in the game. We have nudity for a reason. It makes it more believable. There's nothing special in it. In the final game, you have full nudity, not for shock value. It supports one of the most important themes of the genre, transhumanism, the belief that humanity can transcend its current physical and mental form with the help of technology, on and on and on. So on one hand, the Cyberpunk team is standing there saying, this is our vision. Appreciate it. Respect the fact that we're doing something that some people are going to be offended by because it's our vision. But then they turn around and say, yeah, but you know what? If it offends you, you can turn it off. Right? That's the problem I have with some gamers that are supporting this, but not supporting the Demon's Souls easy mode. You either have to sort of support a game that's about the artist and the team's vision 100%. You don't get to cherry pick. I mean, you do, but again, you come off like a hypocrite. Matrix says it's their way to sell the game to a larger audience. I get it. I'm not saying they're wrong. The only thing that Cyberpunk or CD Projekt Red is wrong on is their messaging's a little dumb. Don't stand here and tell us about your vision and then turn around in an article, 6 months later and say, that vision thing we were talking about? Yeah, it's important, but it's not as important to us as making more money. I mean, that's fine. That's a fine position to have if that's the position you have, but it makes you kind of look like a moron when you go back and read this article here is all I'm saying. But it's not CD Projekt Red I have a problem with. It's gamers who support one but don't support both. You either support the artist vision 100% or you're a hypocrite. That's all I'm saying. When I worked with musicians for all the games I've worked on, the songs chosen were purposeful. Even Twisted Metal 2012 that had a licensed soundtrack, the songs' choices were purposeful to the emotion of the game. I'm just saying, if you can sit there and say, I'm turning off the music, I'm turning off the nudity, I'm turning this off. I mean, if you're basically going, welcome to McDonald's, how would you like your Big Mac? Do you want lettuce? Do you want onions? Do you want pickles? At that point, you ain't dining at a fine dining restaurant where the chef makes the decisions, and that's fine. I'm just saying, stake your claim and fucking own it.